This just in, we think YouTube is in it for the money. You came here to hear about the new monetization policy, and let me tell you, it's not good. YouTube's policy is sort of a bad news, worse news situation. The bad news is that YouTube has essentially made making money off of your new videos, if you're a new creator, virtually impossible. The worst news is that they have their AI sniffing the ancient butt cracks of the older channels and handing out copyright strikes like it's playing Go Fish. And I'd like to point out Paramount. Thanks for that non-warning, the citation. Appreciate that. I'm sure you guys really needed that Star Trek Season 4 opener cut together about leadership. And for sure that was really important to you guys. YouTube's new monetization policy went from bad pre-2027 to worse post-2027. Let me explain how this happens. YouTube just dropped a bombshell that is going to change the game for every creator on this platform. No one is going to be left untouched with this. Let me tell you why. If you've been grinding towards monetization, if you've been hustling, if you've been putting up videos that are new and interesting and just not getting anywhere, chances are it's designed like that. Coming to the YouTube Partnership Program, the new 8,000 hour rule, and why February 1st, 2027 should be on everyone's calendar. Update your terms of service. Let's jump into the 5 updates we have. First, let's talk about the above headline. The entry bar for ad revenue is doubling. Currently, the magic number is 4,000. That's what I got in at. That took me a while. It took me like 3 or 4 months, like concentrating, like a lot. Starting February 1st, 2027, that requirement jumps to 8,000 watch hours in a rolling 12-month period. So now there is some good news here. If you're with the YPP program, you'll be grandfathered in already. So if you're already monetized, you're okay. You don't have to do this 8,000 qualified hours. They're not going to add it onto it. But if you're a new creator, that makes this next few months the most critical window in YouTube history to hit that 4,000 hour mark before the door gets twice as heavy and slams shut. I'm serious. It's very difficult. Start now. The Shorts monetization trap. I'm sure you've all seen it. Put up a short, you watch the cents go by, you're like, why am I not making any money? Putting in more shorts, and then there's no views, and you'd have to get like extremely lucky to get over 100,000. You have to get really lucky to get over 1 million. You'd have to get super lucky to get 20 million into the program. Now, the maintenance requirement. Even after you're in order to maintain your ad revenue sales, you have to maintain at least 10 million shorts views every 90 days. Your long form ads will keep on running, but the shorts revenue stream will simply stop until you hit the threshold again. Sort of like electronic vasectomy. Except I think vasectomy is like, they put you under. God, I wish YouTube did that. No help from them. This vasectomy monetization has got to stop. Common question, monetized for long form, do my shorts automatically make money? Under the new rules? No. Short ads and subscription revenue sharing now require meeting their own distinct view thresholds. YouTube is essentially treating them as 2 separate businesses. Oh good, you could be a long-form pro making money, but if your shorts aren't hitting their specific targets, they'll remain unmonetized. So then why do them? Well, what's the point? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Wouldn't you give, what's an incentive? Do they forget what incentives are? You like give things to your creators, the people that are designing things for you. You watch YouTube's videos, the ones that they make, they suck. Nobody watches those. We make the videos. Here's point number 4, the 500 sub tier and the contract deadline. Ooh, goody. Some of the old systems are staying. Guess which ones? The ones you love? No. The lower tier YPP still exists, so you can still join with 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours to unlock the fan and funding shopping features. Wow. Thanks, YouTube, for making us into a home shopping network. What is that? You get to get stickers regardless of where you are. Check your YouTube studio right now. Remember, February 1st, 2027, the gates will slam shut. You will have to work for 8,000 hours, and don't forget the terms of service. Look, I know this all feels like it's getting more difficult. People are getting more cynical. People are starting to make videos on their decks. People are going to wild excuses to get outside, get in the sunshine, and use the free lighting, because YouTube is making this fundamentally more expensive for you. They think that by giving you money, they're not taking it away. But in fact, when they're so inconsistent with their payments and we don't understand how the algorithm works, and we don't have enough creator benefits, people will just stop going. Like creating stuff, good stuff. Sure, you'll get people that are watching. I see less and less interesting creative stuff come out. If you have a tip or trick, if you have been successful in shorts, if you have been extremely successful in long form ads by mixing and matching your advertising in different places, have you figured out a little trick? Let us know. Stop stressing about the updates. Look, what's done is done. You can't change it. They hate you. I like you. Look, that's all the news is fit to print, so I'll leave you with some statistics. How about this? YouTube has roughly 2.7 billion monthly active users, 1.22 million daily active users globally. And they're raising the price on us. Over 720,000 hours of new videos are uploaded daily. The average user session lasts about 14 minutes and 29 seconds. That's long. Connected TVs are a massive growth driver, making YouTube a leading streaming service in living rooms. I think that's the key here. 4K in living rooms is the big switcher. People are getting high-speed internet. There's something there. Roughly 69% of the watch time is on cell phones. And then the next highest growth is living rooms, TVs. That 4K in your living room that you look up to and watch the big game on is being used to watch cat videos. So have a think on that. YouTube still remains the second largest search platform, second only to Google. People go inside YouTube, they Google things, and then that's how they find out. They don't even go to Google. I think new kids don't go to Google at all. I think I've heard some person say Google yesterday. You have my email. Subscribe, like, share.
A few minutes later.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse.
Updating how we count public views to reflect your true exposure. Last year, we updated how we count public views for shorts to align with industry standards and better capture how people watch on YouTube. Now we're aligning all other formats on YouTube to the same methodology. This new, consistent standard will help reflect the scale of your exposure across all formats on YouTube. A view will be counted when a video starts to play or replay across long-form, shorts, and live streams. No matter how your fans are watching, a public view will be counted the second your audience tunes in. What does this mean for you? You'll start to see this change applied wherever public views are shown on YouTube, including on the analytics page in YouTube Studio. We expect creators will see an increase in future views from this update. This change will not impact your earnings or how creators become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. Every format. Doesn't really make any sense with two different businesses, like they said earlier. By aligning long-form, live stream, and short metrics, you can get a consistent view of your success, no matter the format. Showcase your true impact. Use these consistent metrics to confidently highlight the scale of your impact to partners and sponsors. Well, sounds like they took our increased views. They're saying that, hey, no, we're just counting it for this pilot program we started, where it's not affecting your earnings. Your views just went up. That doesn't mean anything. We're just changing it. Yeah, that's called theft.
And we all know what the logical next step of this is, because they use the Shorts program as a pilot program. So you have to meet a maintenance requirement. Guess what they're going to do with the long form? It's coming.
Look, it's not too late to say something about this. If we all sort of rally around this, we can affect real change, but that only comes when we all come together. And I think right now, we're happy as long as someone is giving us some money. We have to stand up. Increased viewership, same money? That doesn't make any sense. Two businesses, but we treat them the same, but they're different. I remember when I was a contractor at Discovery, the last 6 months was pretty hectic because you could smell something was changing. And so I got in when it was net 15, which meant you do your work, 15 days after you do your work, they'll send you a check. So 2 weeks. Great, fine. Then they moved it to net 30 about 6 months in. And then they moved it to net 45 and then net 60. So people had to do their work and then wait 60 days to get a paycheck. And you couldn't say anything. What are you going to do? They also don't pay medical. You don't pay contractors any benefits at all. And we're just, contractors for the most part are just happy to get a job, where it's consistent, even though you're doing great work. And I see this all the time. And it's exactly what YouTube is doing. And they're banking on the fact that we can't unionize because we're all so separate. This has got me thinking now, does anyone else have any solutions to this or similar stories? Or is there some light at the end of the tunnel here? Is there anyone that can speak to large scale sort of decentralized labor and how that works in modern economies? I'd be interested in knowing, and I think maybe some of the comments, I think people would be interested in knowing as well. So we got to do this. This is just, it's too far. Have a great rest of your day, and subscribe, like, share.